Hello, it's Eazytarget coming back at you with another Diablo 3 Challenge Rift video. This is week 35. And as you can see on screen, we have a Crusader. And before we get into this, I just want to ask you guys, please subscribe if you have not subscribed just yet. I just want to get to my 1,000 subscribers so I can get keep my perks that I have with YouTube. So anything that you guys can do to help out, please subscribe, tell a friend, share the video. I would appreciate it very much. But let's go ahead and get into this game here and see what's going on. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the gear. If we see here, he has the Akkhan set, and he is missing the last 6-piece bonus. So that's a huge piece of bonus right there, and it gives you damage reduction. So that's a very, very big part of this build that he is missing. So I think on this build it's actually a little bit harder than it normally would be, but we'll go ahead and get through it anyways. But that's the set right there. Sorry if I said the name wrong. Akkhan, whatever. And then he goes through, and nothing else to really point out that I see. Moving on over to the skills, let's go ahead and we got Slash, Steed, Charge, Laws of Valor, Condemn, Provoke, Akkhan's Champion, and then for the passives, Heavenly Strength, Holy Cause, Long Arm of the Law, Finery. Alright, let's go ahead and get into how to use this build. You got your cooldowns, and then you got your damage dealer, and then you got your steed. So for your movement to get through the level, you're going to be using your steed, get you out of little hairy situations, get you onto the next group, whatnot. Condemn is going to be the main damage dealer for this build. You want to be activating this as much as you can. So you want to be activating your Condemned or your 2, and then you want to be slashing to get some of your resource back. So whenever you Condemn, you can actually stack these on top of each other as long as you have resources. And as long as you have resources, you just keep exploding like that. So the left click or your X will give you your resources back, and then your triangle or your 2 for Condemn will give you your explosions. That's going to be basically your damage for the getting through the rift. To survive the rift, you're going to be using your square or your 1, your circle or your 3, and your R1 or your 4. Your circle is going to give you a resource back too. So if we go ahead and get all this out of here and use circle, it gives you back resource depending on the amount of people that are around you. Then your R1 is going to give you survivability with armor. And to move on to the next level, next group, just go ahead and use your R2 or your right mouse click, just move on a little bit quicker there. And that's just basically it. Just activate your triangle or your 2 as much as you can, so you're just constantly exploding and blowing up monsters around you. You may not even want to use your steed just to so you can slow up and then kill a lot of the trash while you're moving from elite to elite. Your choice. See what works best for you. But I am going to go ahead and move on over to the maps just to give you the elite placements. After my maps will be my run. So if you guys haven't gotten the message yet, please subscribe if you have not already. Trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. But thank you guys very much for showing up week to week. This is Eazy, and I'm out. Hello, here we are with the maps. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with floor number 1. We're going to go ahead and enter in on here at the very bottom here. You're going to go ahead and want to activate your abilities, your little cooldowns to minimize your damage taken. And then you're going to go ahead and use your 3 or your triangle to go ahead and activate your Condemn, but you want to go ahead and make sure you're doing that as much as you can, so make sure you have resource for it. So go ahead and use your triangle and use your X or your left mouse click to go ahead and get that resource back. Whenever you're stuck on the mobs and your detonation hasn't gotten off, go ahead and use your X or that left mouse click just to go ahead and get some resource back, and then you just keep on stacking up those triangles or your number 2 for that Condemn. Just go ahead and just keep that going as much as you can, because you want the explosions to constantly go off if you can. But whenever you come in here, just sweep around here and just get a little bit of this trash, and then work your way up to this first elite pack. There's 2 of them together, so do be mindful of that. You may want to pull them one by one because both of them together are pretty tough. It is kind of hard to not pull them both together, but if you can just kind of hang out down here or something like this and let this guy pull in towards you. But if you feel like you can take the challenge and get them both all at once, that'd be better overall because you're killing one elite with one explosion, or 2 elites with just one explosion. That would ultimately be the best, but they can take you out pretty easily. So just be weary of that one. Or you could even try to come over here and get this power pylon, then come back over there and try to take care of them real quick. That could be a good option. But as long as you're keeping those explosions up, you should be pretty good to go. So same thing throughout this whole thing. Just go ahead and activate your cooldowns whenever they pop up. You do got your 3 whenever you're around the group to also press. So if you're running out of resources and if there's mobs around you, go ahead and push your 3 or your circle, and that will get you your resources back. But then just keep on moving. Just triangle all the time. As long as you got resources, press that triangle, and then we're just going to go ahead and move on. Same thing throughout this whole thing. Once you get these 2 elites down, just go ahead and move over to this elite, and then just weave through these this little hallway over here until you can get to this shielding pylon. Once you get to the shielding pylon, obviously you don't have to worry about dying, so then you can focus more on keeping your resource up and getting those explosions going. So just go ahead and work your way through here. Keep on going through. Don't forget about your 4 or your R1 button. That's going to give you your damage reduction. One of the only damage reductions that you have because you have a little bit more armor. But as long as you're keeping those up, you should be fine. If you're getting hit a little bit too hard, just stay on the edge of the packs and don't go so far into the middle of the big old packs. That way a lot less is hitting you at one time. But you should be fine overall. Let's go ahead and move on over to number 3. This is where the Rift Guardian seems to be popping for me towards the end of the Rift really on this one. But it is a little sparse on mobs for going ahead and detonating on, so this is a little bit harder to keep your explosions going just because they are a little bit further between. But if you just enter in right over here, just work your way through here, you got that first elite that you can knock off right there. It's pretty simple, but then from him to the next one, it's just scarce on mobs. So whenever you find a little pack, make sure you're exploding it, and then using your steed to get through this level as fast as you can. But once you get over to the second elite, then you got a quick 3rd elite right after him. And this channeling pylon right here is going to be money for you guys. So whenever you hit that thing, you can just push triangle all day long. You don't have to worry about your explosions. Just go ahead and keep your explosions going with the circle and make sure that your cooldowns are popped and keeping that damage reduction. So then you can just blaze on through the rest of this rift right here. But just go ahead and just blaze right on through here. Moving on over to your last elite over here. I believe the Rift Guardian should pop whenever you get over to this elite over here. If not before this guy, it'll definitely pop whenever you get to him, as long as you've been killing the trash on the way. But if not, let's go ahead and move on over to number 3, floor number 3. We're going to start in over here, and same thing, just go ahead and explode these mobs all the way up into the elites. Keep on moving from elite to elite in here. I stopped right about here because the Rift Guardian popped. I wasn't trying to, but the Rift Guardian should most definitely be popped at this point, as long as you've been killing the elites in the other floors. But that's just about it. So now the Rift Guardian is going to pop. You're going to want to have as many stacks of your triangle or your condemn up to go ahead and explode this Rift Guardian. You're going to be wanting to move from side to side on the Rift Guardian because he'll shoot out some stuff and that will kill you. So you want to go ahead and move from side to side whenever you're exploding, using your triangle whenever you can, and using your X or your left mouse click to go ahead and get that resources back. That's best if you can get it to pop whenever your pylon's still going on with that channeling pylon. That one will just allow you to just spam that triangle and he'll go out crazy quick, but it may just be on the tail end of it whenever that Rift Guardian pops. Just something to look out for. But the way to kill that Rift Guardian is just triangle, 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 XX, left mouse click, just get that resource back, and just spamming, going back and forth on that Rift Guardian so you don't die. But that is it for my maps. If you have any questions, if something that I missed, if you guys have any help on the build, because I do not normally play a Crusader, so please help out with any comments, any suggestions that you have. Put it down in the comments section down below. I am working on a European build. I just got to get my character through the story mode. That's the only thing preventing me getting that European one up there. I was trying it last week, but then I ran into that roadblock and then I just kind of stopped it at that point. But I am working on a European version, so give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to that European version. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you're not going to watch my run, this is Eazy, and I'm out.
Will you be quick enough? Will you be clever enough?
wrath is low. Patience. I wish I could do that. More wrath. Not ready yet. My wrath is low. Not yet. For you, friend. Not ready yet. Patience. I require more wrath. Not yet. But the lightning down. I wish I could do that. I'm fading. I must wait longer. Crusade marches on. Patience. Not yet. My wrath is not ready yet. I'm injured. Patience. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. Like shots before the wind. I require more wrath.